On the 2nd of May 2022, 32-year-old Tracy Seats and 38-year-old Amy Smith were arrested and charged with offences relating to the abuse of their 9-year-old daughter. The abuse occurred at their home located at 612 Somerset Drive in Kokomo, Indiana. On the 24th of March, someone at the girls' school notified the authorities of a possible abuse case. She appeared dishevelled, dirty, and had bruising all over her body. While interviewed, she told the police that her father and stepmother repeatedly beat her with a belt. It's also said that Tracy grabbed his daughter by the neck and slammed her head into the wall. He would throttle her and pick up a hammer as though he was about to hit her with it. He would petrify her to the point that she would urinate in her pants. Child Protective Services removed her from her parents' custody and transported her to a nearby hospital. She was so malnourished that she weighed a mere 48.5 pounds, and her bones were protruding through her body. She was so hungry that she would walk up and down the street begging her neighbours for food. The girl has since been placed into the care of a relative. The couple are held at the Howard County Detention Centre and face a multitude of abuse and neglect charges. 68-year-old Elsie Wages has been arrested and charged with murdering 33-year-old Pangie Smallwood. The incident occurred at around midday on the 3rd of May 2022, when officers responded to a report of an altercation and possible death at a home located along Arnott's Fork Road in Clay County, Kentucky. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Pangie's lifeless and battered body with multiple stab wounds. Elsie fully confessed to killing her, and he was arrested without incident. Detectives believe that Elsie and Pangie had gotten into an altercation on Hoskins Road in the Big Creek area, and Elsie then drove her to his home along Arnott's Fork Road. She was stabbed multiple times in the car when she jumped out and attempted to make it into his house before he killed her on the front porch. The authorities say that Elsie beat her with a large rock and continued stabbing her, and that's when Elsie's wife made the 911 call. The motive of the attack is unclear, and the investigation is ongoing. Elsie is held at the Clay County Detention Centre on a $2 million bond and is charged with Pangie's murder. Indiana State Trooper 43-year-old Michael Miser has been charged with battery after grabbing a female co-worker by the back of the head and forcing her face towards his groin. The incident occurred on the 20th of March 2022 during training at the Indiana State Police Firearms Range in Peru. During the instructor-only training session, it's reported that Michael walked up closely behind a female state trooper and sniffed her from within inches. He denied sniffing her, despite another instructor observing him doing so. The female trooper later said she had been creeped out and made to feel uncomfortable and annoyed by what he had done, but this unacceptable behaviour didn't stop there. Sometime later, Michael stood near a shed on the range, where he dropped money onto the ground and the female trooper bent down to pick it up for him. He grabbed her head and forced her head towards his groin and thrust his groin at her. Michael reportedly said, "Here's a way for you to earn the money." She reported the matter to the authorities and told the investigating officers that she was humiliated and felt degraded by Michael's actions, which were witnessed by the instructors at the range and corroborated her account. The investigator spoke to Michael on the 27th of April, where he confirmed that the co-worker's statements on the shooting range were correct. On the 5th of May 2022, Michael was arrested on a battery charge and was held at the Miami County Jail, but bonded out the same day. Michael, who's a 16-year veteran, has since been placed on administrative duties until the completion of his criminal case and the internal investigation.